The phone rang a little after midnight, an unknown number, restricted ID, Washington, D.C. area code. Mr. Hale, a deep, composed voice said. Your wife's attorney has filed for divorce. She's seeking full custody of your daughter. She claims to have proof. Proof? I managed to ask. Photos. Videos. Things you've done. My throat tightened. What things? Silence followed, the kind that doesn't just fill a room, but presses against your chest. The kind you hear in interrogation rooms when someone's waiting for you to confess to something you haven't said yet. I ended the call. The house was silent. My daughter's nightlight cast a faint glow down the hallway. From upstairs came the soft, deliberate rhythm of my wife's footsteps. She couldn't possibly know anything. My past was sealed behind clearance levels even senators couldn't access. Then her voice came from behind me, calm, practiced, almost rehearsed. It's over, Daniel. This is your last day. I turned. She was standing there holding a tablet. My face filled the screen. Desert sun blazing overhead, a bound man in a chair, me standing before him. Footage no civilian should ever have seen. I didn't speak. I just stared at her, or rather, at what she'd become. Something inside me went still. I stayed on the couch until dawn while she slept upstairs as if nothing had happened. That video shouldn't exist. Every mission had been wiped clean, data erased, evidence burned. Yet there it was in my own living room, glowing in her hands. She wanted me cornered. She wanted fear. I watched the sunrise leak through the blinds and thought about every battle I'd walked away from, ambushes, detonations, executions, only to be undone by the woman who once whispered she couldn't breathe without me. When morning came, she handed me coffee, kissed my cheek, smiled like a well-trained actress. Her eyes lingered a little too long, searching for cracks in my composure. I drank, thanked her, and went to my office. She believed she was holding the detonator, but she forgot who built the bomb. For the next week, I pretended life hadn't shifted. Every word and gesture calculated. She went about her routine, yoga, grocery runs, PDA meetings, though her phone never left her grasp. I'd catch her studying me, as if memorizing a man she knew was slipping away. I let her. While she slept, I mirrored her drives, downloaded her messages, cloud data, and encrypted files. I traced the source of that footage, not U.S. soil. The route pointed east, through an Istanbul proxy, somewhere in Eastern Europe. Someone with access had handed it to her. The next day, I found the trail, an encrypted thread, sender, mg@graystate.gov. Mark Gray. Her old college friend. I remembered him raising a glass at our wedding, toasting to new beginnings. I thought he meant ours. The betrayal didn't strike like a bullet. It seeped in cold and slow, like realizing you're drowning in shallow water you could have stood up in all along. I didn't confront her, not yet. I contacted an old associate at Langley and ordered a private audit. Within 48 hours, a sealed, untraceable report arrived. The footage had been stolen from a classified defense archive, accessed under Gray's credentials, sent directly to her IP address. This wasn't infidelity. It was conspiracy. That night, I waited at the dining table. She came home late, flawless as ever, perfume heavier than usual. Long day? I asked. Yeah, meetings, she replied softly. Mark Gray, I said. Her fork froze midway. What? I slid my phone toward her, emails, screenshots, timestamps. Her hands shook as she scrolled. You broke into my... I didn't have to, I said quietly. You left every door open. Her color drained. I loved you, she whispered. No, I said. You studied me. For a moment, the world went utterly still, only the refrigerator's low hum between us. Then she began to cry. I just watched, detached, like an observer behind interrogation glass. The next morning, I filed a classified report through internal channels. Unauthorized possession of restricted defense material. Security breach. Contact with foreign operatives. Her name topped the list. Gray's followed right below. I didn't fabricate a thing. I simply told the truth. By noon, federal agents were at our door. She looked back at me as they escorted her out. Confusion, tears, pleading. I stood still, hands in my pockets. No anger, no victory, just silence. When the car vanished down the street, I went upstairs. My daughter was still asleep. I sat beside her bed, brushed a strand of hair from her face, and realized how calm I felt. Too calm. They called it treason. She called it love. Both, in their own way, were right. I never testified. I didn't have to. The evidence said everything. Later, people asked how I could turn in my wife. I didn't. She did. Every secret, every whisper, every lie, recorded, time-stamped, undeniable. In the end, truth is the cleanest weapon. When sharpened enough, you don't even feel the cut. A week later, I left the house. No photographs, no farewell, only a note. Some wars never end. They just change their names. And as the cold air met my face, I understood. She wasn't the first enemy I'd neutralized without drawing a weapon. But she was the last one I ever loved. The mission was complete. But I never stopped clearing the room.